Hello, Mrs. Quiggins. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am living the dream every day. Every day. I'm really enjoying watching our students engage with our Boosterthon videos, and our pledges keep coming in. We'll get an update on our pledges and last night's challenge in just a minute. But I was thinking this morning, I think we really need to do something to get the kids excited about helping us reach our goal. We got a big goal, $45,000 to help raise money for new playground equipment. So I think we're going to need to do something really big as a school-wide incentive. I was thinking national parks, things I enjoy to do outside, hiking, camping,
bird watching,
swimming. That's good.
Mountain climbing.
Laying in a hammock. Those are great things. Is there anything we can incorporate from that kind of theme into an incentive for the students?
Well, there's nothing better than a cookout when you're camping.
Ooh, a cookout. So you think we should grill 800 hamburgers or something?
We probably don't have enough time in the day to do that.
That would be a lot.
What else? Spam?
No thanks. Not a big spam fan.
No spam. What are those Vienna sausages?
I don't trust any meat that comes in a can, to be honest with you.
What about hot dogs?
Hot dogs, eh? What if you and I dressed up like human hot dogs, and then we let the students squirt condiments on us?
Condiments like what?
Like ketchup, mustard, relish. Do you think that the kids would be excited if they got to do that to us?
I think the kids would be excited, but I don't know if I'm excited. What if I get relish in my hair?
We'll get you a hairnet and some goggles.
What if I get ketchup on my face?
I'll get you some wipes. It'll be okay.
What if you get mustard in your ears?
Well, then I'll take a shower. But I really think if we did the human hot dog challenge, it would incentivize our kids to help us meet our $45,000 goal. What do you think?
Okay, I'm in.
All right.
I'll do it.
So you heard it here first, kids. Our school-wide challenge is to meet $45,000. And if that happens, Mrs. Quiggins and I will dress up as human hot dogs, and we'll let you guys get us with ketchup and mustard and relish.
And onions for Mr. Millard.
Oh my! I definitely am going to need some goggles for that. There is a new school-wide challenge for our kids tonight, and it's called the Teacher Lunch Challenge. So tonight, the class with the most new donations can eat lunch with their teacher when the teacher has a moment to do that in the classroom. Can you say lunchtime?
Lunchtime!
Lunchtime. And now, let's check out last night's challenge winners. Congratulations to last night's winners of Extra Recess, Miss Hurley and Miss Schmidt's class. Remember that our goal is to raise $45,000 for new playground equipment. This morning, we are at $17,091, which is more than a quarter of the way to our goal. Great job, Bobcats. Let's take a look at the class pledge-o-meters. In kindergarten, Mrs. Darden is at $21.83 per lap. Miss Gregory is at $18 per lap. Mrs. Kerner is at $25.67 per lap. Miss Lazarus is at $2 per lap. Mrs. Munoz, wow, strong, $35.84 per lap. And Mrs. Shank is at $15.75 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. In first grade, Mrs. Howell is at $28.50 per lap. Mrs. McLeod is at $12.35 per lap. Mrs. McDermott is at $10.33 per lap. Miss Moore, wow, $40.50 per lap on the pledge-o-meter. Miss O, $28.32 per lap. Mrs. Stark, $37.16 per lap. And Mrs. Threadgill, $16.35 per lap. Great job, first grade. In second grade, Mrs. Dameron, $22.51 per lap. Mrs. Davis, $7 per lap. Mrs. Furman, $30.67 per lap. Miss Herlihy, $33.51 per lap. Mrs. Register, $13.59 per lap. And Miss Williams is at $16 per lap on the pledgeometer. Third grade has some really strong numbers. Mrs. Connor is at $36.05 per lap. Mrs. Ferris is at $36.50 per lap. Mr. Jones, $17.66 per lap. Mrs. Schmidt, $54.80 per lap. Mrs. Tucker, $45.83 per lap. Mrs. Vicks, $29.34 per lap. And Mrs. Widener is at $44.74 per lap on the pledgeometer. If you want to find the class to beat, all you have to do is look in fourth grade. Mrs. Craven is at $10.67 per lap. Miss Ganaway is at $39.67 per lap. Mr. Lassiter, $57.96 per lap. Mrs. Picnic, $16.01 per lap. Mrs. Ryan, $39.19 per lap. And Mrs. Wells is at $11.33 per lap. Our fifth graders are doing a great job. Mrs. Akos' class is at $19.66 per lap. Miss Bowie's class is at $32.49 per lap. Mrs. Duricki is at $19.66 per lap. Mrs. Doherty is at $14.67 per lap. And Mr. Griffith's pledgeometer says $41.33 per lap. Great job, fifth grade. Keep it up. Take a look at the folks with the most pledges on our campus. There's a tie for ninth place with Gracie Paget and Mackenzie Wright. In eighth place is Lucas Dombeck. The Wilders are tied for sixth place. Dresden Gilbert, fifth grade. Fifth place, Avery Brown. Fourth place, third place belongs to Julian Maduyan. And second place is Aubrey Road. He used to be the top cowboy, now he's the top camper. Mr. Lassiter is the guy to beat in first place. And as we look at our 50 States Challenge, we've got a few more green states. Currently 28 of the 50 states have pledges, and we have pledges from 4 different countries. Can you help us get a couple more of those gray states filled in tonight? Great job, Bobcats. You are helping us make our goals. You know, Miss Quiggins, I was thinking about it. I'm really proud of you for saying yes to the hot dog challenge. That shows a lot of bravery.
Thank you for that. Because I don't like to have stuff in my hair.
Well, I know you like to dress up, different costumes and stuff like that, but I do know how important your hair is to you. So thank you for showing bravery. By the way, bravery is the character education theme for today. So we are going to be heading to Yosemite National Park to learn more about bravery today. We're going to turn it over to our teachers. We hope you have a great day. Be brave and enjoy the thought of us being hot dogs.